that, I think it's probably one of the greatest achievements of any South African fighter to go into a fighter's backyard, champion's backyard, against all odds. And here's the thing about this upset. Hekkie didn't knock the guy out. So you look at upsets over the years, Corey knocked out Vladimir Klitschko, Dingo Tabella came from behind to stop Glenn Clackley in a big upset, and then you look at Vicheka stopping Chris John. Those were kind of stoppages. Hekkie went the distance with a guy who was unbeaten, who was linear champion in the division, in his backyard. And he won a unanimous decision. So it wasn't a situation of catching the guy off guard or catching him with a lucky punch or stopping him. Dramatically, he outpointed this guy in the guy's backyard. And I think that's what makes this win all more significant and historic for African boxing.
So how do you feel about your last fight?
I'm happy. It was a very nice result. It's a hard one. Happy it's done. Happy I'm home.
Yeah.
But it's sorry to be home to see the way we live to the way we can live in South Africa. The things those people have and what we have, we can be much better off than what we are in South Africa.
And do you want to go back and fight in Japan again? Is that the option?
Yeah, I don't mind. I'd love to go back. I enjoyed my time there, and I enjoy the people, the results I got. Maybe it was a different country, I might not have gotten that. Especially the fight that was that close.
Especially that Malindo fight as well, which
yeah, that's what I mean.
You won that a lot more clean. It wasn't as close a fight as the Japanese one.
Yeah, no, definitely not. And I think if the fight was in Japan, they would have changed the result like they did for this one.
Yeah.
When I did get knocked down, because I wasn't knocked down in the Philippines. It was
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. But I'm sure I'll fight in Japan again next. I think that's the plan. That's what Colin has.
Yeah, he has
in mind. He told me that I shouldn't even think about that right now. I must just relax, take my time off and relax.
Yeah.
And he'll organise the rest. He's my manager, so he's his job.
For sure. And then, obviously there's a couple of names in the division now that you could potentially fight, even in Japan. One of the names is Ken Shiro. He's the WBC champion.
Yeah.
Is that the biggest fight now?
Yeah, I think so. Unification with me and him would be great. I'd love to fight him. I think me and him are probably the top two guys in the division right now.
Yeah.
Especially after my victory I got. That would be a dream fight. Hopefully it can happen.
So I almost took you out there.
I almost broke my leg, but at least we're not boxing. We're just playing.
It's a little bit. Oh no. Cheapest. Sometimes you got to worry when Karis is involved.
That's true. At least it's a game. I think I don't even know where I'm.
Makes it interesting. Would you fight Malindo again? Or is that just off the?
I'd fight Malindo again if the money was right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll fight anybody if the money is right. It's not all about the money, but if you talk about
risk.
A fight like that, especially with the risk and what they did to me last time, then the money has to be involved in it.
Yeah, for sure.
Plain and simple, yeah.
And in terms of the titles now, are you still going to keep both titles?
Well, that depends what we've got lined up, what fights they offer me, who they offer me. The reason being, why I say that is because because I'm a two-time champ, there'll have to be mandatory defenses that I'll have to make.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that, and then the decision will come
after
with
that.
what they offer me and what we have to fight and who we have to fight.
Okay. So the first guy to win second South African to win the Ring Magazine title. Speaking to you from all the time back, that's probably one of your dreams.
No, that was my dream. You've known me for years. That was the one thing I said I've always wanted to achieve, is win the Ring Magazine belt in the division. I'm happy I was able to do it. Hopefully there's more. There's more belts that I can win and things. But I achieved one of my biggest dreams, so I just need to relax and start over again. Start trying to win more titles, trying to win more things, and God willing, I can still do that.
So from here on out, does the Ring Magazine always go on the line every time you fight, or does it depend on the opponent?
I don't actually know. I don't know how it works. I think it probably always goes on the line, because I'm the champ, so you have to defend it. I don't actually know really know how it works. If it does, then it does. It'll be cool.
Yeah.
I don't really mind defending anything, so we'll see. Whatever they want me to do, I'll do. I'm the fighter. I'm here to fight, and that's my job. Colin is there to arrange the rest and decide what's next for me, where I have to go next, who I have to fight.
Yeah.
And I'll go by his decision every single time.
And now, do you get? I mean, what are you going to do to relax over this next time until your next fight?
What I'm doing right now, playing a lot of games. I'm relaxing at home, chilling with my family and my friends, and yeah, we'll see what happens. What's next?
Actually, where I get most of my games from you. Yeah. Any holidays planned?
Not really. I'd like to take my wife somewhere, but
I think you said you might take her to Tokyo one day in the interview we did.
that will be great. But I think her biggest dream is to go to New Zealand to visit her parents, visit her dad. I mean,
Yeah.
that would be nice to do, but that's all depending on the money we have and my fights. Because I said my next fight might be between, I think, August and December, so we'll have to wait and see what happens, and then decide who we'll fight, and what they want me to fight, and when I want to fight, and when I can go on holiday.
Absolutely. So, talk to us more about you. You know, are you getting sponsored? Is it hard to get sponsors?
Yeah, I'm lucky. I've got a few sponsors on board and with me. It's hard to get sponsors. We've been trying to get a car sponsor for a few months now.
Yeah.
Hasn't worked out, so me and Rox have decided we're going to buy myself a car. That's a plan. That's what we're doing now. We're looking for a reliable car to buy.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is quite hard, especially with the economy in South Africa at the moment and with the way things are going. But I am blessed with what I have. Yeah, it's just one of those things, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of boxers in South Africa do struggle with that.
Yeah, and it's not what you've achieved or anything. It's just plain well hard to get sponsors in South Africa.
Yeah. So it's a sort of it's not only you, it's a lot of guys.
No, a lot of guys.
And in terms of the overseas sort of guys, the Japanese supporters there, did you have a lot of support? Or
they were supporting my opponent more than me.
Yeah.
But the weird thing, what that was weird to me, is when I got to my hotel after, I think when it was the third or fourth day, there was people standing outside the hotel waiting for me with photos of me.
Oh, hectic.
They took photos and wanted me to do signatures for them, which was actually very weird for me, which is something I never experienced ever in my life before. Even when we got to the airport, there was guys doing interviews with me when we just got there. Guys that took photos of me that knew me.
Yeah.
And it doesn't happen in South Africa that often.
I know from watching YouTube and everything like that you do have a lot of support internationally, in particular. Just hearing the guys talking about you, especially from the Philippines, actually.
Yeah, the Philippines. I was when I fought there. The people that work on the airport actually knew who I was, which was very strange to me. A lot of times in South Africa, nobody actually knows who you are.
Were you surprised by the reception you actually got when you came back, or what was it like?
Yeah, that was actually weird to me too.
All the television
the band and the boxing people. It was very different. It's never happened to me before.
Yeah. Like even from Monaco and stuff when you came back with the belts.
Even when I won the WA title the first time, they didn't do anything like this.
Okay.
It was strange, but it was a nice touch, and I really appreciated it.
The send-off from BSA was pretty cool as well.
Yeah, that was the first time I've ever been invited by BSA to do something like that. And the way they spoke about me just gave me the extra bit of motivation, that extra bit of, maybe I can do it, maybe I can be something special. And there you just scored while I was talking.
Sorry,
of that.
that's a bit rude.
But and you scored in extra time. It's over now.
Mane scored. He scored in the Champions League final.
But he scored just one.
Yeah, it was a sneaky goal.
But it was nice of them, and it was an honour to be recognised by the guys from BSA and the board and the bosses, and they talking so nicely. It was a great honour.
Yeah.
It's probably the greatest achievement of my boxing career, no question. I mean, we've had some great upset wins over the years, but nothing beats this monumental upset. Nothing. This was, in our moment for both our careers, probably the highest moment in our careers, both Hekkie and I.
Did you have any doubts about whether Hekkie could actually do this?
No, just the decision, just the judges. I thought maybe home cooking, but they were very honourable. Even the Japanese judge voted for us. So I was very confident. I was very confident going in because we spoke about it before in the show. So I knew that we had a really good game plan going in. And I knew that Hekkie can apply himself within 12 rounds for a game plan. I knew we were going to win.
If Hekkie goes on to defend the belt a few times, by the end of his career, does that warrant enough for him to be in the Hall of Fame?
Look, certainly, I don't make those calls. Do I feel that he deserves a mention to be there? Absolutely. He moved up after being the number one strawweight in the world to fight the number one junior flyweight in the world and beat him. So naturally, he's a legit 2-weight world champion, but he's also the legit linear world champion. So, there've been Ring Magazine champions before in South Africa, but there've only been 2 that have actually won the belt, Victor Will and Hekkie Budler. That was 68 years ago. So in terms of historic moments and significance for something like the Hall of Fame, I would think yes.
The one fight that's always eluded him, and not because of his own fault, was the Manny Othen fight. Is there any... or was that gone?
That's gone, but I now have an opportunity for Simpiwe Konko to get that opportunity. The only factor I would like to see in that is to try and get Manny Othen outside of Thailand in a neutral venue. Because going to Thailand, dodgy decisions, and it's always hard going into a fighter, that environment's backyard, and winning.
Okay, and then lastly, do you have just a few words for Hekkie and going forward?
Just a few words for Hekkie. I
Yeah,
don't think just a few words. I'm just honoured and privileged to be part of his journey. He is the star. I'm just part of the cast. And the second I laid eyes on him when he was 17, I knew right then that this kid's going to be something special. And just an amazing journey. And I think the biggest thing with Hekkie and I's relationship, though, is that we've come back from setbacks, but I've always truly believed in his ability, and I've always truly believed in him as a fighter, that he can come back from adversity and get the wins. And in Japan, proved just that.
But as well, then in Japan, the support the fighters get there is something. It's crazy.
I saw all the journalists there actually in a picture. That must be way different because here you get like 1 or 2 people.
Oh, at the weigh-in there was like 50 journalists interviewing us about boxing. It's something, and the weird thing is they've got one guy asking the questions. They tell the guy it was something different.
Yeah.
But it was a very nice touch. It was something that I'm not used to.
Yeah.
Because here in South Africa, if you get 5 journalists, you're happy. Then it's a lot.
But if you check though, I mean, in Japan, the guys are like, I wouldn't say gods, but they up there with like top sportsmen and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Probably on par with.
Their baseball players are massive there.
Oh, yeah.
And the boxing there is, they get the same spread as the baseball. That's how massive it is. While baseball's in all the papers the whole time, the whole back page, just baseball. But if you see the people that came to the boxing, to the press, it's crazy.
You also have a new strength and conditioning coach that you work with now?
I worked with Ikram.
Difference?
Yeah, just some different work we did. We did a lot of speed and strength work. Yeah, we did a lot of new stuff, new work that I didn't do previously. A lot of strength and speed. We did a heck of a lot of speed work because we knew that we were going to need the speed for this fight.
Yeah.
We did a lot of sprints for the endurance, and we did a crazy amount of sprints actually because we knew my lung capacity was going to have to be more. We're going to have to work on things that I didn't usually work on. It was a completely different fight.
Yeah.
Because we knew as well that our opponent was strong in the first 4 rounds, extremely strong in the last 4 rounds.
Yeah.
But the middle rounds you'd normally slow down a bit.
Would you say Taguchi was very similar to in terms of style to yourself?
Yeah.
Because his work rate looked phenomenal.
Yeah, he's actually quite similar to me. Because I normally are strong in the first 4 rounds.
Yeah.
The middle I slack off, and the next 4 I get strong again.
Yes.
But this fight we knew that's exactly how he fought. That's why the first 4 rounds I pressured him with everything I had. Because I knew that was the 4 rounds I was going to have to work and be strong. That was just how it's going to be. And luckily the plan worked out because I won the first 4 rounds. I feel I won them quite convincing the first 4 rounds.
Yeah.
The next 4, I still kept at it, but he started coming back into the fight. And the last 4 rounds, he was extremely strong. I think the first rounds with my body shots and in the middle rounds, she slowed him down a bit for the last 4.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, we were talking earlier off camera. You probably wouldn't say Taguchi is your toughest opponent that you've ever faced.
No, my toughest opponent must still be Rubilar, because
Yeah.
of his experience he had when I fought him. He was extremely experienced. The nasty things he did, like the scallum things, I'd say,
Yeah.
in Afrikaans. Like hit you behind the head, hit you in the kidneys, the slight low blows he put in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good experience. I'm happy I fought that fight because it taught me new things that I had to learn, and yeah, it worked out. Worked out for me.
Where would you put the Joy fight? Would rank if you had to rank it somewhere?
Yeah, that's probably that was probably the fight that made me. Joy's fight was the fight that got me into the world's eye, and people started noticing me.
And no one, well, no, I wouldn't say no one, but a lot of people.
Same as this fight. A lot of people thought I was going to get blown away inside 4 rounds.
You're inside 4 rounds.
Against Joy, it was inside, I think, 3 rounds.
Hectic. So, I mean, this is by far the biggest win of your career, no doubt about
Yeah,
that.
definitely. Because when I fought Joy just came off a loss. Although he was still number 1 in the world, he just came off a loss. This guy hasn't lost in 5 years. His last fight that he lost was against Monster,
And that guy, he's
which is probably one of the best in the world right
Yeah.
now. So it wasn't a nobody that I fought. It was one of the top guys in the division at the time in the world.
But you still get nervous before your fights.
If you don't get nervous, I believe there's something wrong with you. You have to get nervous in a fight. I think literally, if you don't get nervous, you've got a mental problem, or there's something wrong with you. I always get nervous. I think I will still always get nervous. But it's part of the game. You need that nerves to bump you up and to get you that extra bit of that oomph that you need.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess a fighter, if I'm correct, just fights better when he's nervous.
No, but like you're an amateur fighter.
Yeah.
If you get into the ring, you still get nervous.
Yeah, of course.
Just part of it.
So it just
And
never
I'm
goes
telling
away.
you now, even Floyd Mayweather at 50 under will still get nervous when he gets into the ring. Anybody can tell me what they want. Any fighter still gets nervous, and it gives you that extra motivation, something that you need. Because I feed off that. I need that stress, that bit of stress in my life. It's like a drug. It becomes a drug in your life, and you need it. That's what we fight.
Yeah, sure. So based on that, it just never goes away.
It's never gone away from me. I'm 30 years old, and hopefully it never does.
Okay, sure. And obviously, you must be at this point in your career like very hungry.
I've always been hungry, and I think I will always be hungry. I love what I do. I enjoy it, and I love being in the ring to get pushed at, like this fight, to get these fights where everyone thinks you're going to lose. It's the fights I love most. It's the fights that I want to improve most. It's the fights that I want to be in most, because it's the fights that you stress most. Because everyone says you're going to lose. It's the fights I enjoy most, proving people wrong.
I guess that's when you always excel, though. In those
Yeah,
fights.
definitely. When I get put in a fight, everyone expects me to lose. I normally fight better. Yeah.
And there's fights when you're too comfortable, like the one that the not the Melinda one, but the previous one against Rojas.
Yeah, everyone said I was gonna blame out, and yeah, I didn't fight nearly as well as I could have.
Yeah, it's I guess but a guy like Mayweather, he's probably always favourite to win a fight.
Yeah,
I guess it's just different ways of approaching it.
Yes.
I'm taking it like he's always mentally somehow he figures it out
yeah, definitely.
because he never lost.
Yeah, no, he is brilliant at what he does. But it's true, it's a mental thing. I like that underdog status and the underdog fact. And I like it when a guy says he's gonna blow me away. It gets me pumped more.
Would you ever then say you get the fight against Kenshiro, you win the WBC? I mean, WBCs obviously must be something that you also want to win on top of the Ring magazine.
Definitely, yeah.
Would you go up to flyweight?
I don't know, hey. If like when I'm reached that stage, if I have to win the WBC title now and stay the number 1 in the junior flyweight division, then it's all about the money. If the money's right, I try and take the step out. If not, why? Why take that risk? It doesn't make sense.
And I mean, you're only 30 now. When's the sort of time you're looking at?
So I've never said there's a time for me to stop. I've told my family, I've told Colin, I've told my wife especially, that when they see me start slurring, start slowing down, start doing stupid things, they just tell me, I'll just call it and it's done. And I'll listen to them and I'll call it.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's not for a long time.
Yeah, I still feel strong, I still feel good. my voice at least still sounds fine.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But no, I still feel okay. Mine still works at least. I still use on punch as an excuse though. My wife still says it's stupid, but yeah. But yeah, I know. I'll think they'll know, and I'll know when the time's right.
So thanks, Hekkie, for letting me come to your house, play PlayStation, take a few of your games, you know, as usual. Do you want to just say anything to anyone? Obviously, this is a week or 2 after or 2 weeks after your fight, and everything's sort of calmed down now. I just want to tell anyone anything.
I look prettier now, no more blue eyes.
Yeah.
I want to thank all my sponsors. Thank you guys. Thank my beautiful wife. Thanks Colin. Thanks Hotbox Gym. Thank you guys. You guys are the most important. You guys watch. Number one that I really want to thank the Lord for giving me this talent and always blessing me. And please keep on blessing me to achieve more stuff. Thank you guys again. God bless. Keep on watching.
That's a wrap with the WBA, IBF, and Ring Magazine Junior Flyweight Champion of the World.